What's up, guys? Welcome back for season 3, episode 5. I am here today with my girl, Polartropica. I'd like to know a little bit about your name because I just love it. It's funky. It's a little bit of an oxymoron. Yeah. Polar, tropical.
It's on purpose. I'm trying to make like this fantastical place that doesn't exist in real life, and so that is like a polar bear on a tropical island, or like a flamingo ice skating. You know, it's supposed to just kind of create this space that it's not, fantastical.
Yeah. And is that kind of like the visuals you go for at your shows? Is that what's like on the screens behind you, or what does that look like?
Definitely. I think the goal when we're putting on a show is also always to take someone somewhere special and have like an experience that you're not having every day or in your house. And so, yeah, it all just fit. I heard the song actually in the grocery store at Vaughn's in Echo Park. There's a song called Polartropica by Mark Foster, and it's in Frankenweenie. I've never seen it, but it's like Baroque, and it has like organs in it. It's super weird. I Shazammed it, and it's Polartropica, and we're Polartropica, but inspired by that Frankenweenie.
It's Frankenweenie!
So weird, and
how festive and timely.
Yeah.
It is that season.
Halloween.
But I just love your whole vibe, your aesthetic. You have such a cool, like, unique thing going on. I felt the need personally to step up my outfit and makeup today.
Great. Look at this.
Well, I was intuitively feeling pink, and we both went for pink. So like my psychic powers were like tingling, I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
But
on point. Perfect. Yeah.
Have you always been this way, like with your fashion and like just very like expressive, or did it take kind of time to become who you are today?
I feel like colors make me happier. It just cheers me up.
Yeah.
So that always helps. And when I first started playing music, a lot of the indie bands were really serious. Mm-hmm. And so they were like, you can only wear black, you can't smile on stage, you're smiling too much. Like there were a lot of like rules. And so I think when I made Polartropica, I was like, I'm just gonna do everything that I never got to do. I kind of went overboard. But you can't stop, so this is where we are. But I was also like, it's my turn. I can make all my bandmates wear like pink crop tops, and they did.
Yeah.
And they didn't like it, so we don't do that anymore. But it was really fun, you know, because it's like my turn.
You're like, I'm the boss.
My band.
Pink crop tops.
This is the show that we're playing tonight, and everyone looks really good though. I feel like it's just different. Also, I feel like when it's a little funkier fun. Sometimes people let their guard down a little bit more at the performances, because I feel like, especially in Los Angeles, other cities when we tour too, it's not that much, but people are sometimes really scared to like, you know, show that they're enjoying the show. Everyone's like kind of serious, you know. So, yeah.
So have you always been just kind of like lighthearted and silly and like musical? I know you told me you played like the trumpet growing up.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I'd say lighthearted, but definitely loud.
Yeah.
Like, just always really liked to be really loud. My mom thought I was really annoying, but I am. It's okay. I think the music's actually really dark. Mm-hmm. I think that's also the opposite type of thing. If you listen to the lyrics, some of them are like about really serious topics, or they're kind of sad or really dark. But then I tried to like, I don't also want to make people sad. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So I just sprinkle it with like sounds that go with it, but are maybe more sparkly sounding or playful.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that's what kind of makes it a little different, too.
I really love your music, actually. I was listening to it today, and
Thank
it's
so nice.
It's so ethereal and, like, escapist, and it has a very, like, unique sound to it. Like when I was listening to it, of course it's your own sound, but I was getting like so many different like I was hearing a little bit of like Gwen Stefani almost,
cool.
Caliucci's. Obviously, I'm sure you probably get compared to like Grimes all the time. Like, but how did you kind of get here? Because it sounds like you maybe were going more like the indie rock vibe, and then you said it's my turn now. So I feel like that definitely means something.
When I first started playing music, and the reason for like trumpet, I'm like playing piano, I really loved movie themes, like the Jurassic Park theme, or even sports themes like football.
Really? Like the... You're like, hell yeah, that's my shit.
I was like, let me figure out how I can play that on the trumpet in the backyard. And like,
no, you and your background.
And then my mom's like, why is she so loud? Or like Evita, just like melodies. I really always loved
That's so
these
funny.
like themes that are very powerful. Like even Star Wars, everyone loves that, and it just stuck in your head. Can't get rid of it. So I think that's how I started. But then I love...
So did you want to do that, like, for movies? Was that your goal? Or you just mean, like, that's kind of what got you of, like, ooh, I like this?
I think that's one of my goals, because I just love how it just fits... It brings so much to the movie or the imagery.
Yeah.
It's just part of the whole package, like, of the experience, right? Versus just, like, different types of music have different types of powers. And so I just feel like sitting in a theater... like looking at dinosaurs and the songs on, you're like, wow, that's really something, you know?
Yeah.
But then I love live rock shows. I was a huge fan of Muse back in the day.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh, like the shred, the piano, everything. And like he had like LED lights on the back of his keyboard, and whenever he played, it would like shoot out to the opposite side of the stadium. Like I can't like unsee that. So that kind of stuff really inspired me a little bit more than some of the singer-songwriters that I also enjoyed growing up. So that live show made an impact about like how I wanted to perform or what sorts of things I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, it's hard to decide because I feel like I just make what I feel like. Yeah. And so there's a range. I had like a dream pop kind of an era, I think, in Dreams Come True. That one's more like the pop version, and then the one before that's a little more video gamey.
What era are you in now? Like if you had to be, I'm in my blank era.
I think I'm in like my metal era.
Hell yeah.
I think I want to do like
I love that you said that.
Rock and roll.
Like adorable, like stars and stripes.
Well,
like,
you know, also it's like a tracksuit, so I could like if I go need a jog later, you know, I'm set. It's like it's cold.
So you're having like a full metal era.
I think so, and I've gotten really into like self-defense and like boxing. I need to go back. I miss it, but I'm trying to like just build some muscle. I'm trying.
She's just trying to get swole, guys.
I'm trying to get swole.
Swole and play some heavy metal. Yep. I love that.
Yeah, and like just more sounds. I don't know. It's always a balance. It depends on where. We just did a sound check today. And it was just me, but they're like, "Can you please turn it down?" Like, Gina's here.
I need to know.
Like 3 times. I made up an excuse. I'm not gonna be that loud tomorrow, but I was like, "We're just trying to make sure it doesn't feed back."
I'm sorry, I'm turning it down.
Yeah.
But what is it that's so loud about you? Like, describe your show to somebody who's never been, because you have a lot of shows coming up. So what can they expect? Like, I know you brought some stuff. Does that ever like come out during a show? Or is that just for fun?
It does. Okay, can I just... I was thinking about this earlier. I saw that Blink-182 has all this rabbit stuff, but back in March when we opened for Poppy at the Novo, I busted out a rabbit head. That's how I came out on stage. And the reason I did it was because people weren't there to see me because they didn't know who I was. I got brought on pretty late, so I had a few friends there, but like most of the Nova was obviously all Poppy fans. And like I've just been to shows where people are talking through the opener because they're just waiting for the main act. And so like for me, I was like, like this way no one can see what I'm looking at. I can like find my friends inside this huge bunny head. And also at least people have to stop for a little while because they're like, what the heck is that rabbit doing?
Out in the rabbit head.
A bigger one than that. That's like my little one. And then
rabbit.
You can, yeah, try it on. I don't even have my,
Rabbit.
my.
I mean, it does perfectly match my outfit.
It does match your outfit. This one's really, yeah, go for it. Ooh.
How do I look, guys?
Dude, that, I must have known this was what you're gonna wear because it matches perfectly. You look great.
I love it so much. I'm so happy you brought this, and I'm like honored
thanks.
that I got to.
Even has eyeliner, just like me. We put eyeliner both.
We all coordinated today. We said pink is the. We didn't though, and I kind of.
We didn't, but we did.
Yeah, like telepathically.
But pink is for every day, so.
So you just went out there. I kind of love that though because you were brought on to open up for Poppy. You said, and like. You said, you know, maybe like people in the crowd didn't know who you were, and that could have been a moment for you to be like, hey, this is all about me, but you instead were like, no, like let me do something.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. And also I couldn't bring my full band, so it was just me and my drummer, and then Poppy's setup is awesome. That's also like kind of new metal-y, like full instrument, so I was just like, oh no, it's just the two of us on this huge stage. But we had so much fun, and it was a great experience. But then I noticed recently, you know, there's a lot of rabbits going around. I don't know. Blink-182 is a video with all rabbits. But we also have like a vampire Alice in Wonderland music video coming out with Vanessa Mazzaroli for the new single. That's also... my label and my friend Gina had to be the rabbit because obviously
like in the video
low budge whoever is on hand to help out.
That's so great.
To be like in a rabbit suit and one of the hot girls that are in the music video.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So do you think maybe like somebody from Blink-182 was in the crowd low key and they're like, wait a second, I don't like that.
I don't know if it was but I know there's a lot of industry there that night. You know how it goes. It's like, you know, they don't all come out. They don't come up with their own ideas. A lot of them rely on their like creatives, you know, directors or friends or things like that to be like, hey, what about this? But I'm low-key just kidding too because like rabbits have been around since the beginning of time.
You heard it here first.
I did not invent the rabbit, but it's a little sus. That's all I'm saying.
If 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
March.
Tell me about the band because you said you were only able to bring the drummer. So like, who's in the full band? And like, what is that made up of?
The band rotates a little bit, but there are a few members that have been there since the beginning of time. Andrew Lessman plays the drums and some samples, and Alexander Noyce is on the guitar. Both of them are in some of the recordings, and they're so good. So, for my bandmates to be so talented is also inspiration for me to play, like, I don't know, just super, like, faster stuff or, like, louder, like, cooler lines on the guitar. So I'm always excited when we get to bring the whole crew.
How did you guys all come together? Did you kind of just, like, grab them and I'm like, I want you, I want you, I want you? Or are you guys, like friends?
Yeah. So, well, sort of in the scene, when I started playing with other bands when I first came to Los Angeles, I was just filling in on keys and doing backup vocals, just trying to learn the scene, like who plays where, what's a good venue, what's not a good venue. And I believe I met them because they were also in other projects. Yeah. And Andrew and I went on tour with Simone White to Europe kind of pretty early on when I moved to Los Angeles. And I think we just got on really well, and I love the way he drums. And he was roommates with Alex. There's a whole house called the Echo Park Manor, and there are all these musicians, and there used to be crazy parties there. But everyone's really good. And so, yeah, that was the scene. And so I'm really glad and grateful that I got to. And then Graham Chapman was one of the original bassists. He was actually the one that saw me play, like, kind of solo, and he's like, you should do it. Like, I'll play in your band, because I was like, I know, but, you know, I just started. And he was like, you should have. He was the one that recommended my guitarist, Alexander Noyce, and both of these musicians have their own projects that are amazing. So check them out, yeah.
So who were you when you were playing solo before you were Polartropica?
I mean, it was the same, but it was just me and all this stuff, and I was trying to be like, But actually, I had Roman for Light Up the Sky. For the first EP, I produced that with my friend named Roman, and so, but he's more of like a recording. He plays a little bit, but I think we were just trying to execute so many sounds live, and so that's what made it like really tricky. They're like, you obviously need a band to execute all these sounds and put some power behind.
Yeah. And now it's its own thing. It's its own little baby.
It is. Yeah, it's like I'll take care of all the babies now. My dancers.
So many how many babies do you have?
Well, sometimes for our residencies, like we also have dancers. We did a festival last year where it was like a full band. I really try. I'm definitely the weakest link between everyone knows I have to do extra. Like anything physical, I was not blessed with physical memory of dance moves and choreography. I would just like throw it out the window and like end up like doing crazy. But that's why I have good dancers. They hold it down, but that's my goal, to get better, because anyone can get better. You just gotta practice and put your heart into it, and it's good exercise, it's good cardio. I love dance.
Yeah. So when you get up on there, like you're just kind of like intuitively dancing, or
I wish I was that good.
5, 6, 7,
I like
8.
climbing up on stuff and like jumping down.
Yeah,
I
would love to see one of your shows.
Oh yeah, you should come. We have a show coming up.
I know, and we're gonna jump right into that right after we play a little game.
Yes, I am down. Let's do it.
All right, guys, we're gonna play a quick game of Would You Rather. If you accept.
Let's do it.
Let's see what we got.
All right. Would you rather go back to elementary school or jump to retirement? Jump to retirement.
Me too. I very much look forward to retirement.
Oh my
like
God.
when I the highlight of my day is like walking to the mailbox to get the mail and just like sit on the porch, watch the world go by.
Making tea in the morning. I'm like, wow, this was my day.
You're like, that's it. See you tomorrow.
yeah, and I'm done. What's on TV? Let's go.
Yeah. Do you what do you see yourself as, like an old lady? What is?
I'm also like kind of like an old man. I don't know. I really hope I can be somewhere with some plants and maybe some rabbits and friends nearby.
Yeah.
I just really want to hang out with my friends. Be one of those people.
Are you gonna let your style go?
I don't think
Or
so.
like those like trendy accounts of like grandmas and grandpas that have their style still.
You know, honestly, it's not like trying to be trendy. It's just like everything's really colorful and fruity, and so then you accumulate your wardrobe, and we're learning about fast fashion, how that's like bad for the environment.
Yeah.
So
So maybe you'll have that same jumpsuit.
this might be me
when you're
as
80.
an old grandpa. All right, here we go. Next, would you rather fulfill your biggest wish or resolve your biggest regret? Biggest wish. Definitely.
And what is your current biggest wish?
My biggest wish is for touring, international tour 2023.
International.
Because it's pretty complicated, but we were supposed to do Spain, we were supposed to do some Euro dates and possibly Japan before quarantine, and so hopefully we can. It's really complicated for musicians right now. Everyone's canceling their tours because everything's so expensive and it's so also
unpredictable.
COVID, right?
Yeah,
like stuff getting canceled. So that's my biggest wish. So hopefully we can make it happen. We're trying to do like a swimming pool tour.
I know. I love this idea. We were talking about this during the break of like a exclusively pool tour. Like, how fun would that be?
At hotels, so we
get hooked up
somewhere to stay for the night for the whole crew, and just a fun time. For all.
So if any hotelier, is that the word, hoteliers? If there's any hoteliers watching,
we got a pool. We're down. We're there.
That is our one rule, our one requirement.
Yeah.
Please have a pool.
Well, okay. All right. Next one. This is a fun game. Would you rather use a dating app or be set up on a blind date? Blind date, for sure.
Me too.
Because like what? Dating app, like, it's practically a blind date, but then you have expectations, so it's more fun to be surprised, right?
Yeah, because I think with the dating app, you can kind of like creep their social media a little bit before and maybe like kind of have a perception of them, but then you meet them in real life and you're like, huh.
Right, it's not exactly, sometimes they don't even look like the photo. Sometimes, people can put up a pretty guy. It's just fun to just meet the person and see what they're like. Yeah.
Would you do like a true blind date though, like not even knowing what they look like?
Of course.
Yeah? Like just like this is their name, and then you show up and that's it.
Yeah, and then it's like
Love is Blind. It's kind of like Love is Blind.
Love is Blind because it's more about the person.
Yeah, like an in real life Love is Blind.
Yeah,
I'm here
they
for
can
it.
literally look like a Smurf, and if they're cool, I'd be like, you know what?
You can
let's hang out. Why not?
You can wear your bunny hat. Like you guys might be like a cute little
just go.
Smurf and bunny vibe.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not your fault. You're blue. That's how you're born.
That's it.
Would you rather fight one bear-sized duck or 10 duck-sized bears?
This one's a little silly.
This is so silly, but
You have to think about the visual for a second. So like one duck the size of a bear,
yeah,
or 10
they just
bear-sized
also
ducks.
sound so cute.
Which one?
Duck-sized bears. That's like little tiny little bears.
They're like teddy bears.
Dude.
But they could still like eat you, probably.
I think the 10 duck-sized bears, I mean, they're so cute. I'd be like, go ahead.
Eat me
You
up,
can
kids.
have my finger. You're
Come
so
and get
cute. But also, like, the visual of, like, just, like, it's like soccer practice. Like,
Oh,
keep the smile.
like 5-on-5.
This one here. Definitely the duck-sized bears. Because, like, one big duck, I mean, that's cool. It's, like, it's...
But you're like, okay.
I
Go
mean,
away.
I would do that, too. Whichever.
Yeah,
Whichever.
you
but
could take either.
I would prefer... I would rather the bears.
You can like use your martial arts moves that you've been learning, right?
Yeah.
Whip them out?
Need more practice. But I could definitely sell those kids.
On the duck-sized bears.
Oh my god, maybe we could become friends and like share a meal, like share some. Okay.
Have a little family.
Some salmon. Would you rather never shower again?
That's it. End of the question. What are your thoughts on never showering again?
I don't really shower, so it's all good. Or learn the secrets of the universe. Never shower again.
Really? You almost don't want to know?
You know what? I like that there's a mystery. Like sometimes things happen and I'm like, I don't know, that's cool. I'm like,
I can't worry about that.
I was like, was that a ghost? Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know, it's like sometimes it's better not to know.
It's kind of a lot of pressure too. If you personally had the secrets to the universe,
and there's like secrets. That's more than one. It sounds like a lot of homework.
I think there's learn. Yeah. So just like never shower again.
Yeah. That sounds really chill. I don't like showering.
Less pressure. Secrets of the universe or showering. Easy
never
choice.
Shower. Okay. Just the spa. Would you rather never sing again or never surf again?
Because hidden talent, guys, she can surf.
A little bit. It's been a bit. I don't know what I'd rather know. Maybe never surf again.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be sad, but, like, I really love singing and performing. But also, now with, like, AI and stuff, I don't even have to sing. I could, like, have a hologram of myself. Someone actually pitched this to me. Like, we can make you into, like...
Wait, I want to hear about this.
So, well, this artist and their, like, entertainment group...
Yeah.
They're like, we can make you into this, like, character, like an anime character, and then instead of, like, performing... And they have, you know, artists that already do that are created, like, are completely AI. And then I don't have to do anything. I just...
But would it be like, you know how they have those suits that like are up to your motion?
So they would probably record that, right? And then use it
to animate
whatever character they've created. Then I would never sing again. But, you know, also singing is not my forte. I do it because I have to, because who else is going to sing these songs that I wrote? But like, right now, but
I think you're a great singer.
Also surfing. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's not, I feel like I'm a better songwriter and pianist and keyboard player.
Interesting.
And
so many people say that.
I like to eat.
Eating is actually my passion.
Singing is more of a necessity, but I do love it and I think it's fun. But surfing, I love being in the ocean. I love seeing all those little creatures and animals. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
But also, I don't have to, like, be there to enjoy it or know that it's there. That's kind of sometimes how I feel about people that go on these, like, oh, I have to go snorkel at the Barrier Reef. It's like, no, you can just, like, respect us there and not bring a boat out there. I feel like sometimes humans have this thing where, like we need to be involved with nature. We need to be all up in there. And it's like, no, like, just leave it alone. You know, you're making it worse. So sometimes that's how I feel about the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, let it be. Like, I enjoy riding a wave just as much as everyone else. I really do. And I think it's a great exercise, good for your soul, good for your brain, mental health, whatever. But sometimes that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it my place? Was I born there? No.
Love that. I've honestly never thought about the ocean in that way. You kind of just like rewired my brain, I think.
Oh, cool. Yeah. But it's just like kind of like a respect thing too. You know? Like sometimes like a nature preserve, it's like, do I need to take this 4-wheeler to look at this monkey in this tree? Like,
or can I just like let the monkey
be and then watch it on TV from one of those channels?
Yeah.
Those, like Nature Planet Earth.
Yeah.
And just enjoy it that way.
Yeah. That is so interesting.
Awesome. Yeah.
And
thanks.
I want to talk about kind of what you were touching on earlier about like kind of AI, and like I feel like you're very much into the future of music. I know you're like releasing a song as an NFT,
totally,
which is like super interesting conversation, I think.
Definitely. It's also kind of new for me. So 3 p.m. It was based in Korea. Actually today just dropped our collection for What's Your Fantasy. It's 4 different covers. To enjoy with the track and some behind the scenes footage, like bootlegs, just some like special things that people can collect as fans. And so I think it's just another way to collect something that's not plastic or paper.
Yeah, like explain
physical.
what it is to somebody who like has like is watching this. They're like, what does that mean to have like an NFT of a song?
It's just like even it's just collecting a limited release of like there's like 10 editions with this photo, and in the future there's only these 10, and so you collect. I'm not going to release another version of it like that's exactly like that.
Yeah.
And so you can trade it later. It's like a Pokemon card, but it's on the computer, you know. And it's not infinite.
Yeah.
And there's like a meaning and a reason behind it, and artists that I partnered with to kind of make a different like representation of the song. Because the song's like, "What's your fantasy?" But that literally could be anything. It could be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell us about the song. Like, what's your fantasy?
Thank you. My fantasy is right now, I would love to be on a picnic, like go on a picnic with my friends in the forest and eat fruit. That would be so nice. That's like my current fantasy.
Isn't it so crazy that we dream about things that are like so simple?
Yeah. Someone's telling me about like touching moss.
They're like, that's a dream.
Like a really soft moss, and she was like, all my senses were like alive, and that was so magical, and I was like, wow,
we have drifted so far from our truth.
I was like, I want to touch that moss. Where is that moss?
Yeah, take me to the moss.
Yeah, but like, or you know, going on a trip, or like your fantasy could be anything, but I feel like sometimes people put in a box and they think it has to be something that's related, that's sexual or this or that, but you know, there is that too. So the song is just about kind of diving into where your mind wants to take you, what you want to do. And I kind of wrote it about my experiences working as a dom.
Shall I blindfold you and gently shock you? Try not to scream, cause if you're too loud, then I'll have to clean you. What's your fantasy?
I want to hear about this.
Oh, yeah.
I am actually dying to hear about this.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, my partner at the time, like this, during quarantine, I was dating someone who is an artist, and they used a lot of like those visuals as inspiration, you know, of the fetish scene, BDSM, just like really edgy stuff. And so we ended up at some like dungeons, like mostly like queer, trans, BIPOC focused ones that were really cool. Everyone had great fashion. There was all kinds of like, it was a very supportive environment. It wasn't like scary at all. Because at first, like not coming to this world, I was just like, what does that mean? It must be so crazy. But it actually wasn't. It's realized like people being polite. Like,
it's a pretty cool dungeon.
yeah. They're like, is it cool if I like, you know, try like this tie on you? And people were like, yes. There's a lot of like talking and like, you know.
Consent.
And then people doing cool. I'm like, wow, that looks great. Or like, that's wonderful. And like I set up this crazy scene on a metal web grill, and then I mean, the rest of this history, I think some people were really impressed. Because
Yeah.
I'm also really bossy because I have to, like, I have a band. I have, like, you know, tell people to do all that. Like, can you please set up this, do this? And so I set up some scenes, and I really love, like, LA's amazing. There's like a mistress named Justine Cross, and she's at the LA LGBTQ Center all the time doing education and just kind of teaching people her experiences. And she has a Dungeon East in downtown LA. That's like a spot. It's beautiful. It's one of the prettiest places ever. And so she runs a BDS Femme party, and I work as a dom for that as well. And yeah, so I wanted to write a song that was really like more sensual, but I wanted to be authentic about it. And so that was part of the whole experience. I was like, I want to like capture what it feels like to come into like a room or a party and like have options, you know, what you want to do to like decompress from the week, or like live out this fantasy you've been imagining in real life somewhere where you can do that, you know.
So you're kind of like commanding a whole room in that situation.
Well, it depends on the situation. There's a lot of situations, but you know, a lot of times doms at a party, it's also to just like welcome people in and set them up if people are shy. It's just really cute. Like, if you're shy, you're like, oh, why don't you try this? Or I'm just there to like facilitate, and sometimes I'll run a station. I'm really good at, you know, certain things, and like, it's so cute.
Interesting.
And then everyone makes friends. I don't know. It's really fun.
It sounds like a lot more wholesome than I was imagining.
Yeah, it's it's wholesome.
And like
I mean,
open
it's also
and friendly.
like sexy
yeah.
and awesome, but like it's also just it's also just for people to explore what they want to do and not
Their
feel
fantasies.
not feel ashamed for like maybe wanting someone to massage your foot. It could be as simple as that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but I think the way that media and like it's been portrayed as like, oh
so
my
dark.
God, it's so dark. But also that's maybe a reason why they didn't have something to like be like, ooh, I have to be, you know, like this way about it or that way, or like secretive. But yeah, you could play all of that in to if you have a little creativity, or you know, with your partner or friend, or like I said, it could be anything. And sometimes it's fun. That's why I like your game. Like, you know, the element of surprise. It's just like...
It's important to be silly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of serious in this world. I think it's important.
Gotta have more fun. Life is short.
People forget to bring the silly.
Yeah.
And I feel like you bring the silly.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
She brings the sexy. She brings the fun. She brings the music. You got it going on, girl.
Yeah, oh, thank you. You do too. This show is awesome. And I feel like this is my dream show. What are we doing? Playing games?
Yes, putting on bunny heads. You brought tarot cards?
I did. Oh, because I wanted you to like pick one and see what you got.
Can we do like a card pull to finish the show?
Let's do it. Yes! I started reading tarot when I was on tour because I had them with me, and then I was really good at it. So I do them sometimes like at parties.
I'm so honored.
But like, I try not to do it too much. It's really draining.
Yeah.
There's this party called Gay Astrology, and I don't know.
I've heard of it. I've actually heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Gay Astrology is really cool. But sometimes once they're like, "Can you fill in for like our tarot reader?" She's awesome. I did it once. By the end of the shift, I felt like I was a skeleton.
Like, I'm drained. Yeah, just like
I was like, am I here? What is happening? I did cool.
Just taking in everybody's energy all night. Yeah.
Ooh, you just pick one. I'm curious to see what. Don't tell me what you're thinking.
Okay.
Or whatever when you're picking it. Okay. Okay, cool. And these are really pretty too.
I'm being called to this one.
Perfect. Do you get your tarot read a lot?
I've done it like I think probably 4 or 5 times.
Oh, so cool.
Really?
Okay, Knight of Earth. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe you can take a picture later. Okay, yeah. This one's really great. Okay, so I don't know. The description is loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind.
Aww.
Okay, so this is sometimes about you or someone that's like around you. And it's just the figure's on a horse, and so you're like going somewhere or doing something, you're embarking on like your career or a journey, and it's just a very wholesome card. Time to buckle down and get things done, honor your commitments, a guardian angel. It also means like whatever you're doing, like you're on the right track. Aww. You know, and you have support, like someone's like helping you, making sure what your decisions are good for you.
Yeah.
And things like that. You have like good people watching over you because you have good karma.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't that good?
That's such a good one.
Got a good one. Yeah, and that's the one you picked, and so that's where you're at. That's you on that horse.
I'm a knight, guys. That's me riding off into the sunset, and that's like you and your friends having a picnic back there. We're gonna like meet up.
Yeah, and you got look how
This is a very fantasy looking card, I have to
this
say.
This whole deck is like really cool.
Yeah.
I've gotten different decks as like gifts from friends and stuff, but this is
I love it
this
so
is the
much.
one that like tells the most.
That was so special.
I'm glad I'm really happy.
Thank you
Glad
so
enjoyed
much.
that. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
This was a blast. Can I hug you?
Yeah, of course.
You were so amazing. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to keep up with Miss Polar, where can they keep up with you? Give them some release, give them some shows. Like,
of course.
Let's
we're playing a show at the
let's hear
Troubadour on the 9th. We're headlining the Troubadour. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's iconic.
And then we're playing Palm Springs Pride. I don't know when this is coming out, on the 5th.
Yeah.
And there's just so much stuff going on. And we have a single on the 4th, and then we have a single, thank you, Gina. I just out there. I can try to say that myself. And the single is coming out on the 31st on Halloween, which also happens to be when Spotify's going on break.
Rude.
So I always pick
Rude
the best
Spotify.
times. So make sure you support us, please, because Spotify's not going to be in office, but that's for the stream. But check out our NFT too. It's like really beautiful artwork, and we priced them like so that people could collect them, like our friends and stuff.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah,
that was
thank you
so great.
much for having me.
I loved it. You did awesome.